Okay, so in this video we will be tier listing the 28 paper clips that I have left over in my little blue paperclip holder thingy. As you can see, there are tiers from S to F, excluding E because E is a bad letter. So let's go. Alright, so this is our first paperclip. It's a kind of average paperclip that looks like this. It's kind of blocky. It's whatever. I would place it at a good solid B tier. Next up is this one. It's similar to the first one, except it's not as evenly made. The inner metal is pushed to the side a little bit too much, so there's a large gap. It is a C tier. This one is similar, except it does it a little bit better, and it's also slightly larger. I would put it at a C tier also. Next up is this one. This one is broken, really. I mean, look at how contorted it is. It wouldn't really serve its function, so I would place it at a fairly strong F tier. Next up is this one. It's a very large paperclip, probably the largest one I have out of all of these, and it's also slightly bent around. It's not as bad as the F tier one. I will place it at a respectable D tier. This one is our first rounded paperclip, but the arm over here does extend out a little bit too far. It wasn't bent properly, and because of that I will place it at a C tier. This is a rounded block one. It's actually done really well, so I will place it at a It's actually done really well, so I will place it at a tier. This one is similar, except the inner arm twists around a bit too much, so it goes in the B tier. Now this is a good paperclip, look at it. It's rounded, it has no issues, it's really good. It's a really good paperclip, could be used really well. I'll place it at an S tier. This is a... It feels a little bit too small, it feels a little bit too crowded. As you can see, the metals are a bit too close up to each other. But it's fairly fine as well, so I will place it at a B tier. Not a fairly good rounded paperclip, except if you look closer at the inner middle, it's a little bit weirdly shaped. So it's not an S tier, but I would place it at an A tier. Not a perfect paperclip, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. S tier. This is all around very blocky and uneven and strange, so there's like gaps in between all the metals. It's strange, so it goes in the F tier. It's like a normal paperclip, except it's really long. I'd say it still serves its function, but it's not really what you would expect to be. Also, the metal is a bit like it has a gap in between it, so I'll put it in an A tier. Similarly, except it's a little bit too short, I would say. The inner metal, it's not really that nicely made, but it does serve its function. It's really nice. I would place it at an A tier as well. Perfect. Yeah, that's nice. This is actually a pretty well done and blocky paperclip as well. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It goes into A tier. This is another good paperclip, except the inner arm is longer than the outer one. If it focuses, it's a small detail, but honestly, it goes into A tier. This is a very thick paperclip. This is probably one of the thickest ones I have. And it's also strangely shaped, kind of like a house, except a really long one. Because of that, it goes into C tier. Great paperclip. I like it. S tier. This is another blocky one. The other arm goes a little bit too far out. The other one has a little bit of a space in there. It's whatever. It's a B tier paperclip. This one has consistently long arms, except the inner arm goes a little bit too far inwards. I'd put it at a B tier. This is actually really good, except if you look at its head, it's a little bit larger than its bottom body. It's a small detail, but I would say it throws it off the S tier, so it goes into A tier. This is another one of those. I would call this like a B tier. This is also really nice, except it kind of bends, and it's also larger at the head than at the body. The inner metal also is shaped strangely, so I would place it in A tier. This is quite an outlier. It's a black one, and the inner metal thingy bends around into it, and the arm at the outside is much shorter than on the inside. It's a very strange paperclip, and I would place it at D tier. Not a good paperclip, except the body is a little bit bent inwards. So I will place it at... I would place it at an A tier. And this is our last one. It's strangely shaped, the inner metal goes a bit too far inwards, it's bent around a bit. Not that good of a paperclip, so I'll place it at C tier. And there it is. This is our paperclip tier list. Now, if you look at it, you'll see that the blocky ones tend to be concentrated much further down the F tiers than into the higher tiers. There are no S tier blocky paperclips, and the last rounded paperclip appears in C tier. Don't think about it too much. That's all I'll say. Don't think about it too much. It has nothing to do with anything. Don't think about it. Anyways, thank you for watching this video.